Yo, I found this subreddit dedicated to lesbian memes. And you know, I can't help myself, so let's have a look. Me, I'm gay, a straight guy. Oh, okay, so you like kattar and Fifi? Me, I feel like the two of us view women in very different ways. This is so accurate to how straight men think that just because we are attracted to the same sex, they expect us to be as downgrading and disrespectful towards women and view them in a very sexualized way. I mean, you can be sexually attracted to people without being a little chocolatey starfish about it. Maybe these kind of straight men just kinda lost the handbook on this along the way somewhere, I don't know. We adopted a kitten during the pandemic, so the first man she has literally ever met is a nice handyman here to mount a TV. She's so confused. What kind of lesbian is this? She wonders. I had to draw this, you guys. Men who try to seduce lesbians are always so ugly. It's basically the equivalent of trying to convince a vegan how good meat is by showing them a cold hot dog you found lying on the sidewalk. True story, when I was lonely a few years ago, I agreed to watch movies with some dude who started chatting with me randomly and we sort of became friends. We had some friends in common, and since my bio family had just yeeted out of the country without me, I had the house to myself and I was also severely heartbroken, so I really welcomed the idea of watching some movies with a new friend. I came to refer to this dude as the caveman because of his gross manners. But that's besides the point. We were just talking about life in general when we were on a walk. And that's when he revealed that he knew I only liked girls, because he had apparently asked the one buddy we had in common about it, but he thought he'd try his luck anyway. I was completely dumbfounded. That means when he was choking on his pizza and scratching his sweaty ass crack, he was all the while having a crush on me, which means you should want to behave in a very sophisticated manner, I would think. Like, where do you find that level of self-confidence? I experience same-sex attraction, but my identity is in Christ. Experiencing same-sex attraction is not sinful. Acting on it is. Being tempted is not sinful. Choosing the temptation is. God provides the strength and grace necessary to choose life over the enemy lies. Okay, Queen, DM me when Jesus isn't looking. 12-year-old me is in this picture and I do not like it. God, I was an ugly kid. The funniest homophobic notion out there is the whole "you're just a lesbian because you can't get a man" thing. Do you have any idea how easy it is to get a man? It takes a phone and 10 minutes of time. Trying to get a girlfriend is like trying to win the lottery with a ticket you found on the path. I know that this is going to sound a bit controversial, but men will literally fuck trees, cars, animals, children, anything. Anyone can get a dude. Even an unpleasant, ugly lesbian like me, believe it or not. So, I went to Disney about a month ago, and I got to meet Aurora. She asked me and my mom if there were any princes with us today. When I told her that I leaned more towards princesses, she looked over at Cinderella, sighed, and replied with, "Yeah, me too." And I think about that a lot. I mean, it's pretty expected of a girl whose only experience with men was when she was stalked by a rich dude with a foot fetish, so I can't really blame her. With that aside, how cute is this ship? Help! Titanic, but they're lesbians. Okay, hear me out. Titanic, but they're lesbians who successfully get a lifeboat. You know, when the one and only privilege of being a woman is presented, you kinda gotta take it. And then they live a long, happy life together afterwards. Maybe they get a cottage, raise some ducks, I don't know. Just let them be happy and work through their trauma together. Paramount, I know you're watching. You heard it here first, and I want 50% of the budget paid to me directly. Message me for the details. I remember when I came out to my dad at Olive Garden, and he was like, "Oh, alright." And then when I asked why he wasn't shocked, he said, "If it looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, and hangs out with a bunch of ducks, it is probably a duck." And I was like, well damn. Can't really argue against that, honestly. God, I wish my dad had reacted like this when I came out to him. Oh well, let's move on. Straight dudes are always like, "Men don't like it when women blah 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 blah." And lesbians are just here like, "I like it when women breathe. I just love it when women exist. Women being alive is my favorite thing." Come to think of it, how often do you see men post things like, "I love it when women blah 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 blah"? And how often do you see lesbians post things like, "I don't like it when women blah blah blah"? I already know the answer, of course. But honestly, it would be a cool experiment if you got a couple of heterosexual men and a bunch of lesbian women together and asked them each to make a list of things they like and dislike about women. You know, in the name of science. I always hated the word wife until I heard it used in a lesbian context. Like, I always thought, ew, someday I'm gonna have to be somebody's wife, and that's gonna be so awful. But then I realized, holy fuck, someday I'm going to get to be a girl's wife. And oh my god, now the word wife holds so much love for me. This legit describes such a huge part of me realizing that I'm a lesbian. I was raised in a Slavic household with very patriarchal values, and me, growing up a tomboy, had a hard time adapting to my assigned gender role. I saw male relatives being lazy little shits on a couch with a drink in their hand and a mouthful of sunflower seeds, while their wives doted on them, made them snacks, cleaned up around them, took care of the kids. They never got a chance to rest or have their men do the same thing for them, and I could just never imagine anything I wanted less than a life like that. When I realized I could actually trade the husband for a wife, the gender role didn't seem so bad anymore. I imagined me and my future wife doing equal amounts of housework, doting on each other mutually, and that's how I knew I had truly found myself. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Do you want me to check out some more lesbian memes? Please let me know in the comments. Or tell me about your day, or about your favorite flowers, or your favorite Pokemon, or anything really. I love reading what you have to say. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.